that she didn't deserve to pass away the way she did. That she deserved to live and see me graduate and become a doctor and get married and have kids. And
18-year-old Minnoli Aya never got the chance to say goodbye in person to her mother, Madhvi, who ultimately lost her fight against the coronavirus. Madhvi Aya was a physician's assistant who died after treating coronavirus patients in New York at the height of the outbreak.
She just wasn't my mother. She was my best friend. And, it's not fair the way she died.
Minnoli, a freshman with the hopes of becoming a trauma surgeon, began texting her mother, who was too weak to answer her phone.
Her last text to me was Thursday. And I was just talking to her about college and stuff because I was doing college from home and it was a weird adjustment. And I'm like, I need you home. Like, I need to talk to you about so much, And she's like, I promise I'll come home and I love you. And that was the last time I ever talked to her. And it just sucks because, I actually had hope she was coming home and that I would get to talk to her and tell her everything. And I continued texting her till her death. And even a few days after her passing, I kept texting her, wanting to believe that it wasn't true that she had passed away.
Madhvi told her husband and daughter that she had treated infected patients while wearing only a surgical mask, which offers little protection from the airborne infection. And while the Woodhull Hospital in Brooklyn, New York, declined to comment on Madhvi's case or whether it had provided staff with enough protective gear, Minnoli says she's appalled by the lack of protection for healthcare workers on the front line.
I like to use the analogy, or I like to believe that doctors are our soldiers when it comes to fighting against these invisible little enemies or these viruses. And you would never send a soldier into battle without any protection or ammo or guns. So then why are you sending our doctors into a battle with no protective gear to save them?
Nurses have expressed similar outrage, having protested widespread shortages of protective equipment, saying they need to stay safe in order to save others. Reuters identified 51 U.S. healthcare workers, Madhvi included, who have died after being diagnosed with or showing symptoms of the virus. But with no official tally, the total could be much higher.